Yeah. Ah. Yeah.
Hey, Thrand here,
Hi, this is Eldgrim.
and today we're doing a special viewer reply. They were asking us different things about when I was defending against Eldgrim attacking with a knife, the unarmed defense. And they made comments like, why didn't you attack your hand? Or why did you try to cut for your arms? Or if you did do that, you would have been screwed. And the thing is, he was actually trying that. The thing is, my defense is actually me defending. And Eldgrim attacking, but he's trying to do. He knows what I'm capable of and what I'm going to do. He already knows this. Which your assailant or attacker probably wouldn't know these kind of things out on the street to what to look out for. But he knows that if he did the same motion over and over again, that it wouldn't be a good idea. He'd basically be telling me what he's going to do next, and I could anticipate it and then possibly disarm him. So he was purposely trying to keep me confused at all times. And doing his best. I think he can explain it better than I can.
Well, I mean, I was restricted to what level of skill I was allowed to use, so a lot of what you're seeing does look a bit repetitious, but I was required to dumb down my level of skill, which is incredibly difficult to do when you're a trained fighter, so making mistakes is not always going to be at the top of your list of priorities.
Yeah. Like I told him, at some point you have to get frustrated, which we'll see later, and kind of overextend to get me. Because I'm sorry, if you have somebody who's just not getting any success, he's either going to want to give up if the fight goes on too long, and he realizes that he's fighting he's fighting someone who's skilled or another skilled opponent, and he doesn't want to lose his control of the knife and get injured himself. Or if he's somebody who's not real bright, he's going to get frustrated and try to end the fight by overextending. And that's basically what I'm trying to set him up for. And this whole thing, I'm trying to get him to overextend his reach while I'm attacking his arms the same way he's trying to attack me by cutting and so on. And the attacks are also kind of parries or blocks, but they're also me purposely trying to strike his limbs, even his leg. If you notice here, I'm defending against both arms. But the other thing I'm doing, I'm waiting to the last second to get out of the actual way as the blade comes out, so that way he doesn't think he's not going to hit me. Otherwise, he could change the direction of his attack in the midst of attack, possibly. Even though it was a very committed attack, he still wasn't totally overextending his reach, and what I'm doing is I'm actually parrying or blocking, hitting under his arm, trying to hit in the nerve center. Although I kind of missed it there underneath his arm, if you see, with the back of my arm, not the inside forearm that we talked about with all the veins and arteries and muscle and ligaments that you need. Also, grabbing and checking the back of the arms keeps him from cutting back into my body as well. Although we did say the t-shirt would possibly keep a lot of that damage down. Is also a good idea. You have control of the elbow, you also have control, or the control of the arm, you have control of the actual blade, even if it's momentary.
Right, it controls back cutting.
Correct.
Alright.
To give me a safe spot.
There's a couple of little quick jabs there.
Yes, very fast. And that's what a lot of people believe. They believe that if you'd have rushed in better and caught me off guard, which I wasn't off guard, and you would just grab me and started stabbing like a maniac like they do in these videos. Most of these people you see are taken by surprise and have no training, or they don't have confidence in their training.
Right. Right there, you got the forearm on it, or on my wrist.
Yeah.
That's a good deflecting movement.
And I'm also trying to hit for certain areas to make him drop it. If I can hit the inside of the wrist, if I can hit the back of the wrist hard enough, even with my palm, which when I'm doing that, you'd think, well, I could get cut on the inside of the arm, and the arteries we said not to expose. But if it's just your hand out there, if he cuts back, he might cut the inside of your hand, which is not, that's going to hurt, but you're probably not going to get any ligaments or anything cut at the palm of your hand. That's the thickest skin in your entire body.
Now, we're about to see a little grappling here.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He's coming in. He grabs, I grab. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe here, that I can gain some kind of advantage. I'm really thinking that maybe, just maybe. But you don't want to take any chances. If you can exit the altercation when you're grappling and it's a knife fight like this and you don't have the upper hand, it's the best thing to do. Just make sure when you exit you don't get a severe cut or thrust.
Right. Here we go where, there you go, you see.
Yeah, I was trying to gain control of the arm, but I noticed I just didn't have it. I didn't have his balance. That's what you want. You want him off balance, overextended, and I didn't have
There's
anything.
a segment where I kind of snag your shirt there. I think we
I
have
know.
a still frame of that.
Yeah, you actually snagged the shark, but it didn't cut me.
All right, cut right there so we can zooming.
Alrighty. As you see here, he snagged my shirt, but I did not feel it touch me, so I'm assuming it just got all shredded.
That's a product of just being out of the way, and as you can see in knife fights, things can be very, very close.
And I do have my arm pressed against his other arm, which is hitting the other arm, so I think that's kind of controlling it to a small degree. It's controlling his actual, his posture, his stance. He can't really get the reach he needs to stab me properly anyhow, even if he could have got a deep thrust.
Yeah, very true. Very true. Again, it's just, I mean, it's moving so incredibly fast, that we're having to slow this down and even use still frames. And here you can definitely see just how close it could have been, if Thrand wasn't as quick.
Yeah, if he were to just keep cutting for just my arms, let's say he didn't worry about stabbing me at all. I mean, I know that's a good idea, and a lot of Arnes, or it's also called the Screamer or Kali, uses that method. But if all you do is attack for an arm, it would actually set him up, like I said. Also, if he does the same attack over and over again, that's a good thrust here. He's coming out with it. But like I was saying, if he did the same 3 thrusts over and over and over again, yeah, if I defended him, but I thought he was going to do it again and he fainted, it might set me up. But honestly, if you do it too many times, you're just pretty much being a sewing machine or something, repeating yourself, and it's going to be much more easy to defend and disarm you as well.
Right, and we're about to see here.
Oh yeah, he's coming in.
Actually, you get really aggressive there.
What I did there is I pushed his arm so he can't advance.
There's another snag on that shirt again.
But if you notice something else, I pushed his arm there. I also kick his leg later as well, which stops him in his tracks because he can't advance without being able to advance his leg.
Right. Oh, sorry, you're right.
And not to mention it hurts. Oh, and here he finally, had to because he knew he had to, right?
Right. At some point, I had to throw that committed strike. It's something we emphasize so much about the knife defenses that don't work. They work on committed attacks.
Yes, but you also have to know when they're coming and see it, and pretty much it's not a luck thing. It's a
there's that Jeet Kune Do shit.
Oh yeah, you look very Bruce Lee like at times there. Like I was saying, Bruce Lee called that motor setting. If you do the same 3 attacks or 2 attacks, and then a guy expects it, and then you do something totally off the wall different, and take him by surprise. So yeah, it could be used to that advantage. But honestly, guys, if you just keep repeating the same thing, it's not going to help you much.
No, not
yeah,
really.
It's gonna tell your trained defender or attacker what you're doing.
Right, and here Thrand uses the post there to control how much I can move out of that arm bar. I don't have anywhere else to go. My shoulder's in the post.
And it kind of felt like he hit it kind of solid, so
Yeah,
I was worried he was injured. That's why I asked that. And if you notice what I'm reaching over to do, instead of doing multiple thrusts, I'm stabbing directly in the side of the throat.
Right into the carotid.
Yes, and then cutting forward to cut through the actual windpipe and everything, as well as all the
arteries of the neck.
Well, that would be more of an instant kill, and why worry about doing a bunch of thrusts when it's not going to do much good as one proper attack if he's held in place.
Here we go with an outside shoulder grab. Trying to slice at the hand there, as we can see.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I was having to move my hands out of the way when he cut at my hands. A lot of times he'd redirect attack even if he started with a thrust to cut me. And now here I'm sidestepping to try to get lined up in a better position. And I don't totally wait on him. I move as soon as he moves. It's kind of like the mongoose and the cobra.
Right.
He's the cobra, and in this case I'm the mongoose because I'm the one
Right, there's another really committed reach, and my balance gets a little thrown on that block.
And that's what you want. That's what you want. He tried to reach me there. He thought, maybe I'll get him there. If he got me, that was good. We're going to put it in the video. None of the stuff was edited out. If he stabbed me solid or was able to run in and do the prison shanking scene that you see online where these people are taken by surprise. Oh, yeah, I kicked the...
kicked the leg to stop the advance.
Right, it also set him off balance. Now, I could probably try to take a better advantage of that, but then again, it's kind of... we are being a little laid back on like follow-ups and stuff.
Well, yeah, we don't want to follow through on anything, and in some of these situations, I didn't ball my fists up to strike at the face or anything.
No, he was striking at my face. In a little bit, you'll actually see he hits me in the face. I don't know if anybody noticed it. He wasn't grabbing at me, but he literally smacks me in the face because he could have punched me.
There's a little Jumanji and Ichimonji there, and a slice
That was a nice
of the hand.
thrust, yeah. Nice thrust. That was actually a slice, you're right.
There's a nice block right there that throws me off balance. My footing was wrong. Like, he catches me about half. I slip. I hit that mud and slip.
And I punched the inside of the arm. I don't know if you could see that there. That was a punch. That's why I have a fist there.
Yeah.
And if I could have hit it right, I might have knocked the blade out.
Environment can have a lot to do with a fight. Like there, the mud got me. And here's where you hit to the wrist where it's successful.
Right. I've been trying a lot, believe it or not. But to actually hit these targets, people can say, just hit that pressure point and the guy will drop this. Or just do that. You can't just plan on doing that to start the fight. You're going to have to move and defend yourself. It might work. Oh, you got me there.
One of the few really clean... the grab at the wrist.
It wasn't real solid, but it was there. If I remember properly, it didn't feel like, boom, that was it. It felt like it mostly caught a little bit of my pec.
Yeah, now
it wasn't under the arm.
Here's where skill tends to take over on the rule of dumbing down my ability, where that leg block was there, that get on barai. And of course you use that, like we were talking about motor setting, later on you'll use that, and that's that strike to the face there. We can take it back and take a closer look at that. Yeah, right there.
Where he actually hit me in the face. I told him later, that was a pretty good blow. I felt it.
Yeah.
I mean, that could have been a nice backhand. And as you can see here, basically what I'm doing all this stuff is I am using my arms, but it's not the focus of it. If you just watch my arms and try to mimic the blocks, that's not it. I'm using a taijutsu type idea. That basically I'm moving. I'm making sure my body's not in the way, like I said that before. But that's how this is actually working out for me. And even at times when I mess up, that's the reason I had shirt snags and stuff like that, or very light blows, or just a muscle stab.
There's trying to deflect your arm and slice it again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's the kick that succeeds. We were talking about that.
Oh yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, if this is the right one, the knife cut me, if possibly. It looks like it was the back of the blade, so you didn't cut me. That was the actual back that you got me with. Not your fault. You were trying to cut if you could, but you got me with the back, and I couldn't tell if I got cut or not. So, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the commentary. This was done on request. People ask us to do this and do the music at the beginning. They want to see the fight scene with some really happening music. Be sure and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yeah, that's for sure. And also be sure to go by Patreon and be sure to donate to us. The more your donations come in, the more we're able to improve the quality of what we provide for you on our channel. Right, and Pete Costanzo, we got your spear in the mail. He got the Paleolithic spear, so don't worry about that. And be sure and like us on Facebook. That's Thrand and Eldgrim as well of remembrance.